Alright, it's Rafael Rabelon, and we're here at JTech, and we're going to be looking at a 2004 Accord and its suspension components, and I'm going to be explaining caster, camber, and toe. And basically, we're going to look at what we can adjust here, and as you can see, it's an SLA suspension, this being the long arm and up here being the short, and caster being the vertical angle of the strut assembly, either moving front to back. And the way you would adjust that on this system would be at the bottom, and it would be at the eccentric bolt, but as you can see we don't have one here. And then camber would be adjusted through this long arm using these bolts if they were eccentric bolts. And toe obviously is the tie rod end right here. So camber being the vertical angle of the top of the wheel moving laterally. And then for toe would be the horizontal angle of the wheel moving side to side, basically longitudinally. Yeah, I mean, we inspected all three, and as you can see we can only do a toe adjustment, and that's all. Now we're at the back of the Accord, and as you can see here we have single point control arms. And for toe, I think that's all we can adjust here, which is this single point control arm, because you can see these eccentric bolts. And for camber it would be right here because it's closest to the hub, and there's no eccentric bolt here. And for caster it would be all the way up here, or it could be at the top of the strut tower. And yeah, I mean, all we can adjust here is toe. Under the Chrysler Pacifica, and for this rear suspension, we physically can't do caster adjustments due to the way it's set up. And for toe, it would be right here on this single point arm, and then camber it would be right here if it had the eccentric bolt. And yeah, now we're moving on to the front. For the front suspension, it's a McPherson setup, and we got this lower control arm. And for toe, obviously it would be the outer tie rod. We just adjust it from here, and then camber would be at the bottom of the strut. And for caster, it would be at the top. And that's it for the